We are live. Good evening, everyone. Or should I say good morning, good afternoon, good night, or depending on wherever you're tuning in from. My name is Nitin Sharma, the Football for Thought podcast, and this is the season finale where we look up all the, we review all the clubs, all the seasons, how they've had, how they've been through. And yeah, joining me today is Mr. Vaughan. How are you?
I'm sick as a dog, Nippon. But I'm hoping that a chat with you will make me feel a lot better.
And yeah, apart from Chelsea having an awful season, I've been quite all right.
That's good to hear. So what's on the schedule for the season finale?
Well, we still haven't talked about Man City equaling your three-peat and your treble.
Yeah, I mean it's an odd one because I don't think it detracts from United at all. It's not like City winning a treble means that United no longer have a treble. I think that I think it's a bit of a shame that United kind of folded in the FA Cup final against them. I didn't think that Inter were particularly impressive. Arsenal are Arsenal, so it sort of feels that it was kind of handed to City. But you have to despite all the things about 115 charges and all of this, the players in the squad went out and they did what they wanted to do, and it's a congratulations from me to Manchester City. They've set the standard now as we did 20 years ago, and everyone's got to match that standard now.
But you guys, you will always be the original. Whenever they say, "Oh, we won the," whenever City fans say, "Oh, we won the treble," you guys can always say, "Well, we were the first ones to do it." That Man United
Yeah,
was
maybe.
the.
I just don't really care about things like that. I mean, Celtic were the first team in Britain to win the European Cup. When you get it, I don't hear Celtic fans running around saying that they were the first team to win the European Cup. I don't want to look back on the past. I want to look towards the future, and I want to see Manchester United sort of competing with City properly, and getting back to what I consider to be our rightful place. Like, the past is the past. The future is what interests me.
Mr. B says cappuccino wants Caicedo. Yeah, he does.
Is cappuccino Pochettino? Okay. Um, I'm not so sure about Caicedo, to be honest.
No, I'm not
Um,
wearing a City shirt, Fox. It's a polo. That
oh, it's box.
that just that I just have the misfortune of it being in sky blue. But here we are.
There we are. It's nice to see box. There's a don't worry, box. I'm doing a leg special with Rich and Amonde when I'm feeling a bit better. So you should watch out for that one. Um, I hope you'll be intrigued with that. Box, what do you think? What do you think about treble? Like for City, I don't. Um, I don't really subscribe to Nippon's argument of we did it first and all this sort of stuff. What I want to do is I want to
Oh, you
win
did.
the Premier
You
League.
did do
Yeah,
it first. The fact.
yeah, but I don't think that makes it better or worse. To be honest, all I want is I want to win the Premier League now. I don't want to be navel gazing and looking in the past. Do you know what I mean? There's a couple of things that I don't think will ever happen in the Premier League again. And the big one is how many goals Chelsea conceded in, is it 2002, 2001?
Yeah, I think it was under Mourinho's first time.
Yeah, was it 14 or 15 goals conceded in a Premier League season?
I think 15. Yeah,
50,
that's
yeah.
never going to be beaten, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, there was in 1994. I think United only conceded 4 goals at home in the entire season. But yeah, I do agree with you, Box, that City's treble did. Sorry, Nippon, I'm front running comments. It did feel very hollow, and it didn't sort of feel deserved because United felt challenged a lot. Like, I mean, we didn't half ride our luck with, like, was it Bergkamp who missed a penalty and then Giggsy went on the run in an FA Cup semi-final replay. Like, it was proper squeaky bum time, like in every game.
Yeah, I remember that semi-final in which he tore off his shirt and did the cowboy around Wembley.
Yeah, it was around Villa Park. But yeah, it was. I mean,
It was Hampden Park,
Villa Park.
Villa Park.
Yeah.
Wait, aren't all the isn't it semi-finals and the final in Wembley?
I don't know, but that was at Villa Park. Like Villa Park and Old Trafford used to host the semis. So like if it was a London team, they'd normally play at Villa Park, and if it was a Northern team, they'd normally play at Old Trafford.
Yeah, because Birmingham is around 100 miles from London.
Yeah. Like a lot of people wanted when Wembley was being redone. A lot of people wanted it in Birmingham. Like felt it would be better to have the National Stadium. Yeah, have the National Stadium in Birmingham. No, in Birmingham.
Oh, Birmingham. I had Burton. Sorry.
No, not Burton. But yeah, I mean, like I don't care. I do remember when England were going on tour around the country that seemed quite fun when they didn't have Wembley wasn't built and they were just playing all the national stadiums. I still think that they should go and play at like Cambridge United or something once a season, like a really shit small ground, 15,000 people. I think that's quality. Just get the England team in there for one match a season.
Yeah, it will be a good viewing for all the Cambridge locals. I'll tell you that for free.
But tell me about the final then, Nippon. Did you watch it?
I did.
What did you think?
Inter was a better team in the first half. Man City.
Really?
Yeah, do you see how many times Edison was put on strings by Dzeko?
Not really. Like, I didn't notice that, to be honest. I felt that Inter didn't really have a chance until the 60th or 70th minute. I thought they did all right with their pressing and stuff, but I remember Frimpong in particular, like absolutely bottling across, which was really weird. Like had Dumfries, sorry, had an opportunity to put the ball in the box and just sort of like almost froze. He had a poor game. Thought Lautaro Martinez, I thought was really poor. I mean, I know what you think of Lukaku, but there was a big difference between him and Martinez when they came on.
Lukaku did nothing, by the way. He's one of the worst footballers I've seen.
Yeah, he caused more problems though, like than Lautaro Martinez did.
He caused more problems my arse.
I thought he did. He had more shots. He like
But did he score any of them?
Sorry.
Did he score any of them?
No, but did Martinez score?
No.
No, I know you don't like Lukaku, but he looks a better striker to me than Martinez. I was
Yeah,
not
but
impressed with
Martinez was shit as
Martinez.
well. Martinez was shit as well.
Yeah,
He didn't turn up either.
I thought Barella and Dimarco. Dimarco's a very annoying player, like the left back that kept diving. But I thought him and Barella were quite good. But they weren't really sort of attacking very much. And I thought John Stones was absolutely magnificent for City.
I mean, like, how is he playing as a central midfielder? I didn't know he had that in his logo.
It's about legs, Nippon. He's got little piano legs.
What? Piano?
Piano legs. Like short, stumpy little legs means that you can play in the center of the park because you can turn quickly. So if you think about like Haaland and Lukaku, what they're about is that they're about like running at angles. They run straight but at angles. Whereas someone like John Stones, his build allows him to turn and move like a sort of Bernardo Silva or something like that in the centre of the pitch.
Yeah, he was very commanding, but he didn't do anything.
I can't remember that. Was that one of their centre backs, Acerbi?
Acerbi, yeah, one of their centre. Milan fans must have been happy.
Sorry?
The Milan fans must have been happy to see Acerbi fail.
Well, it was quite. The one thing that made me laugh quite a lot in the match was when Onana started playing central midfield for Inter Milan. Like, his distribution was great and stuff, but I thought he was going to get caught out loads and loads of times. I think, is he Onana or whatever is the goalkeeper for Inter?
So how can you have a goalkeeper play, what do you call it? How can you have a goalkeeper play outfield?
Well, because that's what he was doing. Like, at one point, he was literally 30 yards up the pitch, forming a back two with someone. It was really weird watching him play. I believe that he is the goalkeeper that Ten Hag booted out at Ajax. And I find it extraordinary that he's gone from a keeper like Onana to fucking David De Gea. And he doesn't seem to think that there's any problems with De Gea.
Yeah.
What's going on in the comments? Oh, good. Are we getting into a bit of Mbappe and Garnacho?
Yeah.
So, do you know about this, Nippon, about the argument on Rich's channel about Mbappe and Garnacho?
Mbappe is clear. There is no argument.
Just hang on a second. There's an opinion by one of Rich's guests that United shouldn't sign Mbappe because it would stifle Garnacho's development. Which I think is genuinely one of the most stupid things that I've heard for quite some time. I mean, get the Sheikhs in, get me Kane, get me Mbappe. Absolutely crazy days.
Wait. Weren't you the ones that didn't want any Arab money at United?
I don't want any real money at United, really. I just want a well-run football club. But if we're going to get the Sheikhs in, we might as well get Mbappe and Kane and just get stupid with it. But I do think that I think that if we do get in the Arabs and we take their money, I do think that it means that any league title that we win is worth less than the ones that we won like under Fergie and things. because money is the root of all evil, and it's going to destroy football. Like, have you seen what's happening with golf?
Sorry?
Have you seen what's happening with golf?
I don't do golf.
Well, the Saudis have basically bought the PGA Tour, just use it by like their massive financial doping, and things like the Masters and Augusta and things that are historic and mean things to people are basically just getting destroyed. It's extremely upsetting, but it's just the way of the world now that money takes sport away from the common person, and so I don't really want big money at United, but it's inevitable. This just whizzing the camera about.
Oh, no, it's on a Lazy Susan, my laptop.
What's a Lazy Susan?
A turntable.
So you call your maid?
No, a Lazy Susan is something you put food on a table. It's like a turntable.
Yeah. Right. What are Rich and Box and Mr. B saying?
No idea. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like the Saudis are the big boys. Like Qatar are the Qatar are like the little bros to Saudi Arabia, and whatever's going on in Saudi with their league should be a worry to everyone at the moment. I mean, it's great that we might be able to fling De Gea out there, but that money is going to.
Believe it
Sorry?
or not.
Sorry?
I'm still not worried about the Saudi.
I can't understand what you're saying.
I said I'm not worried about Saudi.
You should be worried.
I know I should, but I'm not.
Well, I mean, bruv, you've got like Todd Bowley as the guardian of your football club. I mean, you should be worried by everything.
I'm not though.
Like,
That's the thing.
why are you not worried? Like, they've got all the money in the world, and they're aiming for football now. Like, they've done boxing, they've done golf. Like, football's next. They'll get it.
No. They don't scare me one bit.
All right, well, they terrify me. Anyone with lots of money with designs on my sport worries me.
Anyone with what?
What?
You said anyone with something.
With limitless cash.
Hey, Todd Bowley has limitless cash.
I don't think he does. I mean, he acts like he does, but he's limited in other ways. I mean, Todd Bowley's just a fucking idiot, isn't it? Like, he reminds me of one of those. He reminds me of like a character in Knives Out or something who just comes in going, "I do declare, Enzo Fernandez, 150 million."
I think he's learned a lesson.
Right, let me read through some of these comments. Box is saying, strange Messi chose the MLS. Doesn't Messi have a paid role as a Saudi ambassador? I'm not sure because PSG's Qatari, and I know they got really angry, Messi, because he went and did something with the Saudis. But Messi's just up for drinking, getting fat now. He's completed football. Apparently, he's been drunk for most of the year. Like, good, well, fair play to him. He did everything he needed to do. Like, go and enjoy your time in Miami. And Mr. B's complaining about Luca. Like, Declan Rice for 100 million is still a good deal.
He's overhyped.
He's not Nippon.
Martin Zubimendi's better.
I've seen Martin Zubimendi this season, and he's got nothing on Rice. I saw him play live. Like, actually, interestingly, in the same match, Harry Maguire played up front with Ronaldo for 10 minutes. One of the weirdest strike force I've ever seen. Middle East increasing present F1. They're 4 races now. I don't know a lot about Formula One, I've got to say, but like it's the way that like Dubai and the Emirates made themselves like business centres, and the Saudis are going for sport.
So you don't rate Martin Zubimendi?
No, I think he's a very good player, but I think that Declan Rice is the most complete midfielder in world football.
He's not better than Rodri or Casemiro.
He's better than Casemiro.
Okay. Do Real Madrid still win those 5 Champions Leagues if he's in the team?
Yes.
Instead of Casemiro?
Yes. Like, there's nothing that Casemiro does that Rice doesn't do as well or better. There's no player in world football that has all the skills that Declan Rice does. He's not as good as in a central pivot role as Rodri. He's not as good in a central attacking role as De Bruyne, but he's not too far off from both of them. He's the most multi-skilled and faceted midfielder in the world, and it's why he will probably go for 100 to 120 million to Bayern, Arsenal, United, someone like that.
Don't rule out Real Madrid. Do not rule out. I said do not rule out Real Madrid.
I think you have to now on the basis that Mbappe is surely going to Real Madrid.
But Real Madrid can just splash the cash and not worry about financial fair play because they're Real Madrid.
No, I think Real Madrid are like financially not in a great position at the moment. They've spent a long time building up a war chest to get Mbappe, whilst also building a new stadium. Like I think they can get one or the other, and they'll 100% be after like Mbappe. They've been trying to get Mbappe for 3 years. Like I think that Real Madrid would absolutely love to get Rice. I don't think there's a football team in the world that wouldn't move for Rice, and I still wonder if City lose Gundogan or Bernardo Silva, I think that they might move for Rice. But like when Nippon does this, he's eating. So have a look at these comments. Messi, not Premier League proven. Very true, Rich. Imagine peak Messi versus peak Stoke. Mr. B would take Caicedo over Rice. Well, everyone's got an opinion. Mount Rice said, "You like Caicedo a lot, Box. I still want to see one more season for a player like that small. He's not very agile, and he hasn't got the best touch. And I still remember everyone telling me how great Basuma was, and I never liked Basuma. And now a lot of people rate Paulinho, who is technically pretty poor. I'd like to see a bit more. Yeah, Rice is better going forward than Casemiro. It's 100% true. Real Madrid been very prudent in recent years. They have. They've recruited really well. Real Madrid, like Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Like I've completely forgot they're getting Bellingham, aren't they?
They are.
Like, yes.
I cannot wait to see what that midfield would look like. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Bellingham. That's a bit of an Anglo-French connection there.
Well, I mean, Camavinga's like a left back now, isn't he? At least, like he played at left back pretty well against City over two legs. Like, I suppose it depends on their sort of tactical setup, but I am a bit Bellingham skeptical. So I'd like to see how he gets on at Real Madrid. He seems to be regressing into just a runner from what I see now, but so many people rate him so highly that he's got to be good. Mr. B's banging on about Nathan Collins from Wolves.
It's all kicking off in my head.
Yeah. Box. Would be annoying if City replaced Kovacevic for Gundogan and Gvardiol for Laporte. Yeah.
Yeah, this is another person. Mateo Kovacic going to Manchester City. If Chelsea had any brains about them, they would go to Bayern Munich and ring up, I don't know who their director is now because Oliver Kahn got sacked. Say, how much for, say hello, is this Bayern? Yes. How much would we take for Warren Goretzka? 100 million, no problem. Done. 100 million on the table.
For Goretzka?
Yeah.
Like, what does he like? What do Chelsea need from their midfield? Like, do they need a bit more
goals?
Yeah.
Someone who can dictate the tempo.
Yeah, you got that with Fernandes, though, don't you?
I still think he's young, though. He still needs someone more experienced next to him, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I think Goretzka will do just that.
I don't know a lot about Goretzka, to be honest, and the only time that I've seen Bayern recently is when they got absolutely thumped by City. And I'm sure players like Kimmich and Goretzka were better than what they normally are. But they were made to look very ordinary, I thought. But then again, so was Modric and Kroos against that City team.
Yeah.
Really, Gvardiol for centre back and Theo Hernandez for left back. Which one is Theo Hernandez? Is he the one at AC Milan, or is he the one at Bayern Munich? Because there's two brothers. Well, like the one at Milan's really good.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh?
Sorry, I fell off. Yeah.
Theo Hernandez, is he the Milan player or the Bayern player?
Milan, AC Milan.
Yeah.
Theo is AC, and Lucas is Bayern.
Yeah, like I think that Theo is the better player from what I've seen. It's like
100%.
Like looks pretty good as a left back. Box, look. Oh no, that must be upsetting. Jorginho, Kante, Kovacevic, Mount, all in a few months. That's your Champions League winning midfield gone.
Good. That's sad. I'm not too sad to see Mount go.
Kante surely must be a bit of a disappointment. He's a bit of a club legend, isn't he, Kante?
He is. He is. Where do you want your statue?
Yeah, I always liked Jorginho as well. I thought it was a bit odd that Arsenal signed him and then didn't play him that often.
Yeah, because they saw him for the fraud he was. We just got baby fed by Kovacic and Kante.
Yeah, that's a really good midfield. I mean, I'm quite excited about Mason Mount coming to United. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ten Hag does with him. I think it will be interesting. That's a good question for you, Nippon from Box.
Let's see. Without what would Chelsea do with Bakayoko, Ruben, and Conor Gallagher? Bye bye. Big up yourself, Fahim. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Long time spoken, so.
I was hoping for a blockbuster panel, but everyone's busy.
Yeah, well, season's over, so I think that's why.
How you doing, Fahim?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
I'm riddled with COVID, so please don't shout at me.
I won't shout.
Headache.
I mean, I can probably make you rage, but
Would you take Conor Gallagher at Man United?
Yeah, I really like the look of Conor Gallagher.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
I just
you can take him. You can take him, but yeah, you can take both Mount and Gallagher. I'll be a happy person.
The reason that I take Gallagher is because like we have Fred in it, and Gallagher looks like a much higher quality Fred. Like
no. Honestly, I think he's worse than Fred.
I don't know if that is like on the ball.
On the ball, I think Fred is better.
And Gallagher?
Yep. Gallagher is not good with the ball at all. He's very good at running. He's very good with the passion thing. But on the ball, he is horrendous.
I don't know. I remember when we played you, like, towards the end of the season, and, like, Chelsea have obviously given up. But Gallagher was the only player that looked to be playing with passion and pride for the show.
I respect it. I respect it because he actually tried fighting for the badge. So he actually tried, whereas the other players just gave up.
Yeah, and so like that's that. And I also when we played Crystal Palace a season or two ago, he put in a very good performance against us as well. It might just be one of those players like he only plays well against Man United, but that's only time I've seen him. But I think it'd be a huge upgrade on. It'd be a huge grade on Fred.
Should be promoted from the academy to the first team. Cesare Casady.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, our midfield is right now the most stinkiest midfield in the Premier League. We've got rid of like our 3 starting midfielders, and we're left with relegation midfielders in our team. I'm not even joking.
Enzo Fernandez, not a fan.
I mean, he's the only. Yeah, except him. Everyone else is horrible.
I stand by what I said in my tweet. He won't succeed. He won't ball at Manchester City.
I think he will.
I don't know. He's a great player, Nippon. He scored one of the best ever goals in the Premier League as well.
I'm probably getting in my feelings here.
Nah, you know what? With Kovacic, he's injury prone, but the way he plays suits Pep's staff so much. Like the way he can bypass presses, he's press resistant. He's actually press resistant. At times, yes, he can lose the ball, but the guy can dribble really, really well in midfield.
I wonder how much it would take to price Nico Barella out of Inter Milan?
No, over 100 million. If Bellingham is going for 100 million, he's going for 100 million.
100 million from an Italian club that's a lot of money.
But they've got Lukaku for 100 million, so I wouldn't be surprised if he went for Barella for 100 million. And I think Barella won like one of the best midfielders in Syria. I think I'm not too sure, but
For some reason, I can't be the only one who thinks, unless a ridiculous offer comes in for him, he's not leaving Italy.
Who,
yeah,
Pereira?
I don't think he's leaving. No, he's not leaving.
I mean, is Lukaku still your player?
Yep.
Could you do like Lukaku plus 50 million for Pereira?
Oh my god. I would rather resort our goalkeeper.
Oh, get Anana.
You know who I wouldn't have minded? Inter's manager. I wouldn't have minded Simone Inzaghi.
Well, you didn't want Poch.
Poch is a good manager, Nippon.
Never my first choice.
I mean, to be honest, he was the best out of the bunch that we had. To be honest,
One of them's at Tottenham now.
But
And
Postecoglou.
nah. What the heck? No, what you wanted him at Chelsea?
No, keep that scum manager away from my club as possible.
And the real choices were like Nagelsmann and Poch, weren't they?
My choices were Luis Enrique, Julian Nagelsmann. Poch was my third choice.
No, Nagelsmann. I didn't want him. Enrique. I wanted Enrique, but
I don't think you're getting. I don't think
I wanted
Enrique's
Enrique
suited.
before Nagelsmann.
Nagelsmann was just no. We should be learning from our mistake from Potter. Like you can't have a young manager.
Calling Julian Nagelsmann, the German Graham Potter.
No, he's not the German Graham Potter. He's better than Graham Potter. But I'm saying, in terms of respect and the reputation in the game, he's not there yet. Whereas someone like Enrique.
I don't care if it's with Bayern Munich, you've still got to win it. And look what happened when they sacked him for
But
your match.
it's not just that, but also age plays a factor as well. Let's be real.
Yeah,
He'd be younger than Thiago Silva. He'd be younger than Thiago Silva. That's mad.
Sorry, my mom was just asking if I wanted more food.
You've had enough, Nippon.
They got Mummy Sharma.
No, I mean, like Chelsea have a history of appointing managers that are like Potter and is it Andre Villaboas?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're too young. And from what I read about Nagelsmann at Bayern Munich, is that the sort of the core group of like Thomas Muller, Kimmich, and players like that, they got him out because he was too young. Sorry?
Potter's 48.
Yeah, but he didn't really have any sort of achievements in the game or anything, really, did he? Like, it's like if you get someone like I mean, we had it with David Moyes. Like he came in and started trying to tell Champions League winners that they should be looking at Phil Jagielka on how to defend set pieces and things. Like, when you're at the big clubs, like you need a big ego and you need a big CV behind you, and I think
Nagelsmann has an ego.
Well, yeah, but
the problem with that is that you've got senior players, you've got players in the squad that have achieved more than Nagelsmann. Why would they listen to someone like Nagelsmann?
Because he's the manager.
That doesn't matter.
Nippon,
They
you're a
earn
Chelsea
more than
fan.
That's just like me being a Michelin star chef.
No, you see, the problem is that the way Arteta did it was completely different. He actually got a squad that actually listened to him, but it took what, 4 years to get there. It's not an easy
Yeah.
thing. 4 years, and it's a young squad. It's not like a senior squad. It's not like a Man City squad. It's a young squad.
It's
So
the
you need a
youngest
young
in the
team
Premier League,
to listen.
basically.
Young players will listen. Young players will listen, but when it comes to the winners, they won't give a shit.
It's even the same with Guardiola, Nippon. Like when he came in to manage the Barcelona team from the B team, it was shipped out Deco, Ronaldinho, Eto'o, like, and then sort of brought in like Busquets and players like that would go along with him. Like, and the thing with Nagelsmann is he reminds me a lot of. Do you watch Succession?
The what?
Do you watch the TV show Succession?
No, you know who Julian Nagelsmann reminds me of? One of the McAllister brothers from Home Alone.
Uh,
Buzz.
I'm not.
Fair enough. I mean, Nippon, you do you.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with it, to be honest. But
Whoa! You just relegated Bath. What the hell, Nippon? Why'd you do that?
yeah, he's put me alongside the MLS and the Eredivisie. That's where he puts.
Nippon, nah,
where-
you deserve to be on the bottom now. For doing
Yeah.
that's relegation, man. There we go.
There we are. Down to your level.
You know why
Nippon.
I put myself? You know why I put you?
Yeah, rerun the show, Nippon, on
Yeah.
your channel.
Well, because you said because it says co-host. On
So
your-
what? Now you're on the bottom.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Oh shit, he's done it again.
Let's play musical chairs, everyone.
Oh, Nippon, this is so stupid.
Nippon's got all the power. Wait, I think I've got the power as well, don't I? Oh shit, I don't. No, I don't. Oh no. Oh no, I don't actually have it. Okay, never mind. Me being
Oh,
a
it's-
co-host, it's a fake co-host. It's just a name.
You know, I bought the new plan, which means you can stream to your channel.
Huh?
You know, you can stream to your channel from my StreamYard.
Oh yeah, but I don't stream anymore. So
Stop the music. Anyway,
I've heard that United are looking for Mason Mount. Are they
No.
actually going for Mason Mount?
100%
Okay.
top target.
take him.
Because
We know how much you rate Brexit ballers.
you know what's confusing is that we rate Mason Mount 80 million, but we are not giving him the wage. This makes no sense. Why are we valuing him 80 million with 1 year
You
left
know
on
what
his
I
contract?
think?
Huh?
I don't think we do rate. Do you want to hear something crazy?
80 million.
I
50
don't-
million is enough. I'll take 50 million because we've got a year left.
I don't think we do rate him at 80 million.
I don't think we do, but why are we being so stupid?
Let me finish, Fahim. I think we're just putting 80 million out there so that we can make as much money as possible for a new midfield.
No, but it can backfire horrendously. Like
What do you
United
do?
will be like, nah, piss off, we're not paying 80 million. Like they're willing to spend 50 million, which is crazy. Which is actually crazy.
I think
One
we're
more
just doing 80 million so that we can invest, we can put it towards a new midfielder.
No, that's so stupid. Why are we gonna spend 80 million on Caicedo? That is such a dumb thing.
You don't, oh my god, you don't rate Caicedo.
I
Watch how,
rate him, but why? He's not worth 80 million.
watch how those mobs in North London get him, and we're left with egg on our faces again, just like the
He's
Ugarte.
not worth 80 million. He's not worth 80 million. Can you really tell me he's worth 80 million? Nippon?
If Declan Rice is worth 100 million, then yes, he is.
I don't think Declan Rice is worth 100 million. He's got 1 year left in his contract as well.
Yes, I know. But you see the logic I'm trying to put in.
No, because Liverpool got McAllister for 35 million. There are gems out there you can get, but we're being so stupid again, spending more money without actually searching proper players. We're not actually searching properly. We're just
You
just
don't think
being frightened bitching.
you don't think Caicedo's a proper player then?
He's a proper player, but he's not worth 80 million. I wouldn't spend 80 million because we need to spend money on a goalkeeper. We need to spend money on our midfield. We can't just spend it all on one player.
You need a striker above all, don't you?
A striker, yeah. But our spine needs to be fixed first. Like we need a new goalkeeper. I don't want to see Kepa next season. Starting. That's just ridiculous.
Can I interest you in De Gea?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough.
I'd honestly say Kepa's probably better than De Gea at this point.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
That's such a downgrade. Why would we go from Kepa
Big
to
up
De Gea?
Mr. Lina in the chat.
I actually like. I think that Mason Mount 50 million would be a good deal for United. He fits in with Ten Hag's Dutch only players sort of thing because he played for Vitesse or something for a year.
He would suit United, but I don't understand why you would go for him mainly because you need a sitting. Well, I think you need more of another sort of DM or box to box. I don't think Mason is a double pivot player. That's what I think. I think he plays in Bruno Fernandes's position.
Do you
Well, I
not think the most obvious transfer we can make
What?
at this moment in time for him?
Firmino.
Goretzka.
Oh, Goretzka to United.
No, Goretzka to Chelsea. Think
Oh
about
no,
it.
but I heard Goretzka was going to United. They were interested in Goretzka as well.
I haven't heard that, to be honest. Like,
My mate told me that. I don't know. Maybe
No,
it came
think
off some
about it.
fake thing.
Think about it. Kovacic goes to City. We get a
No,
light.
I don't want Goretzka. No, I don't want Goretzka.
Okay, you don't want you don't want a treble winner with Bayern Munich. You
No,
don't
he's
want-
injury prone. He's injury prone. No.
Wow.
Muscle
Wow.
man? No. I need someone that's reliable. He's
He's
not reliable.
got the muscles, mate. He's
He's
got
injury
the
prone.
physicality.
do you not think
He-
Gundogan would be a better person to go for than Goretzka?
Yes, Gundogan. Yes.
But he's on the wrong side. He's
What the heck?
What?
That makes no sense. Kovacic is going on the wrong side then.
He's on the wrong side.
Jorginho went to the wrong side. That makes no bloody sense. I don't care. Like we need good players.
So you think Gundogan's better than Goretzka?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Oh come on! How are you gonna deny that? Like Gundogan, who's actually done bits for Man City.
We can't get him, can we?
Why not?
Because the only place he's gonna go is Barcelona.
I
Okay.
don't know. Step in, offer him some money. He's got like I don't even know if his contract like runs out in a
How
week
did-
or something.
How did Sterling come to Chelsea? Like that, how?
That's the wrong side.
Yeah. So
You
what
wanted
makes you
to-
think Gundogan will make a come to Chelsea? I mean, I don't think it's happening, but
He was
fairness
getting.
to it.
He wanted to move back to London.
All I'm saying, I don't want Goretzka because he's too injury prone. He's a good player on his day.
But when he's not injured, he's a fucking baller.
Yeah, same thing we said about Kovacic.
Would
when
you have
he's not
taken
injured-
Pogba last year?
No, I don't. We need reliable players. I'm fed up with these injury prone players. Like
You're
even Reece
telling me
James.
liability.
No. Like Reece James is a quality player, but on his day, but most of his days is just being injured. Like, I don't care on his day, right? When is it on his day? Like few days during the season. Now we need someone that's reliable. Gundogan is quite injury prone. I'll give you that, but he's more consistent, way more consistent. So
Big up.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Big up.
Gundogan's not going to come to Chelsea.
Football show. Join.
Wait, He's
Hey,
won it
Jordan-
now, so you never know.
Yeah, it weren't long. Yeah, that was the most boring final I've ever watched.
But keep the stream running since it helps with the watch hours, if that's possible. But yeah, he's a baller though, Goretzka. He was involved in a midfield that won the treble. I mean, like, you can't say no to that.
Honestly,
That's
I think he's just a better version. He's just a better version of a Conor Gallagher.
How can you? How can
I
you
don't
say
rate him that highly, Nippon. I don't understand how you rate this guy so
Are
much.
you telling me if you replace Conor, if you take out Goretzka from that treble team and replace him with Conor Gallagher, they still
Oh yeah,
win that?
it'd be an improvement. I'd rather go for Joshua Kimmich. Why would we go for Goretzka? Kimmich is much better. He is a proper.
Apparently, he's on sale as well. Apparently, he's
I'll
on
take
sale
it.
as well.
I like him. He's a good player. Goretzka overrated. A little bit overrated. He's a good player. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's just a bit overrated.
The disrespect for what?
I don't know, man. Goretzka is
Gundogan,
just a German Gallagher. See, I think Box understands a little bit. He understands football.
Box doesn't understand anything.
basically saying he's a Crystal Palace level player. Because that's where Conor Gallagher balled out.
Then Eze and
He's a Chelsea player now.
Eliseth would probably get in
When
the.
he was on loan at Palace, that's where all the Chelsea fans started getting giddy about him.
Didn't Palace finish above you in the table?
Exactly.
Did they actually?
King, no, the disrespect on Goretzka.
There's no disrespect. I think he's just a bit overrated. Okay, no, Box, no. I'm sorry, no. Honestly, I thought you knew both, but what the heck is that comment?
Oh, now Box is really.
No, Box. I'm
Box is
disappointed.
understand. Box has come back
Box,
to
you're
show
not my
his
mate.
football knowledge.
No, Box, that's ridiculous.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
Box, I'm disappointed.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember the last time Chelsea finished above McFred.
Wait, did Palace actually finish above us?
I think they did, didn't they? Come 12th. They always
Oh,
come 12th.
no, we came 12th. Wait, hold on. No way. Oh my days, he did. I didn't even notice.
No need to laugh at we're laughing at ourselves.
Fulham, I mean, okay, Fulham, Brentford, they did all right this season, but Palace were shite this season. They were so crap. And we finished below them.
I think Palace have got a lot of good players, to be honest.
They've got a lot of good players. Yeah, but they did not. They started off the season so badly, and then they finished above us somehow. Oh my goodness. See, that I just clocked out from Premier League football ages ago. I knew this shit would happen.
Yeah,
Chelsea
so
need
it's a bit of a downgrade for Gallagher to go to Chelsea, it turns out.
Chelsea need a Belgium talent. Nope. Why are we naming mid players? So
Lokonga.
Sambi Lokonga, now El Neni, McFred, and now McTominay.
Sambi Lokonga, even a footballer.
We're naming mid players. I don't get it. I mean, we are a mid team now, but
No, I'd rather play myself in midfield than Mohamed El Sideways.
Sideways passing's very important to a midfield, Nippon.
oh my goodness, no, it's not.
It is.
No, it really
Yes.
isn't.
It is. I can explain why.
Oh my, he's gonna explain how amazing Harry Winks is going.
Yeah, no, Harry Winks is amazing. The reason
man.
sideways passing is very important is because that every single defensive technique is about being narrow, whether it's a press or a block. you want to quarter the pitch. So sideways passing allows you to widen the pitch in possession, and it's why it's one. It's. Do you know the team that makes the most sideways passes in the Premier League? Manchester City. Sideways passing is extremely important to football.
To an extent.
To an extent, right?
No.
What's the extent?
No. Sideways passing. I'm thinking of like they've got no talent. They know that they could make a pass forward, but they choose to just pass it sideways.
Yeah, sometimes it's what you have to do, especially in a midfield position.
No, but like when they have the option to pass it forward, it's clear, but they pass it sideways.
Yeah, but it's so even then, even when there is a pass forwards, it's about what you want to be doing with the ball is, well, you want to be doing two things. One is you want to be giving yourself the best opportunity to score a goal, but you also want to be protecting yourself. And the one place that the most dangerous place to lose the ball is in the middle of the pitch.
Yep.
So you want to like out by the touchlines is the least dangerous.
But you need to have a
place
balance. It can't just be sideways all the time.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do, because if you're trying to move...
I mean, if it's
about,
sideways all the time, the ball is not progressing from midfield.
No, but it's this is why you see fullbacks now as the ones that are making are receiving and playing the most progressive passes.
Yeah, but the way City play, it's not like they don't use fullbacks. They use their wide players, but they play really well in midfield. They pass forward in midfield.
But I mean, even if you look at the goal, like if you look at Rodri's goal that was scored at the weekend, like Foden, bottled a pass forwards, kept the ball, and then Akanji came into the space, and something else happened, and then Rodri scored. But it's like sideways passes. I don't understand where this whole negativity towards it has come. I understand what you mean. That it's frustrating.
It's a form of defense as well, but at the same time, it can't just be sideways all the time. Otherwise, how are you going to win? You're not going to win. You're not going to score goals all the time if you're going to keep on sideways passing. I've seen it before. Jorginho kept on sideways passing.
I like Jorginho for doing that.
I don't know. I think in the Premier League, he just doesn't suit the Premier League. I think physically, he's not got it. He's got the sort of composure, but in terms of physicality, he is not that strong at all. He's very weak. He's slower than the ref. That's embarrassing.
I mean, Casemiro is genuinely slower than a ref. Like
but Casemiro's got his strength and height to make up for his lack of pace. Jorginho's got no height, no pace, no strength. That makes it so even worse.
He's got Euros and Champions League in the same season, though, hasn't he?
He was good that season, but he's just fallen off massively.
Do you think Enzo Fernandez is better than he is?
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
A lot of Arsenal fans will disagree with you.
Well, I heard Jorginho's leaving Arsenal, so...
Yeah, hold that.
What would they disagree about?
They just say Jorginho is better than Enzo.
No, definitely not. Enzo's clear. His passing range is so much better than Jorginho's. There's no disrespect to Jorginho, it's just that I felt like Jorginho should have been a player. I think if he was in the Pep team, he would just come off the bench and that's it. He wouldn't be starting many games. Just like Kovacic. Kovacic will be the same sort of player for Pep. He just come off the bench. I don't think he'll start many games, but he'll be a bench player. So,
I wonder what Pep saw in Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips, he wasn't a bad player. He just
he's pretty shit, to be honest.
I mean, 40 million was a bit ridiculous, but I don't think he was a bad player. I think he was a good signing, but the fee was a bit too much.
I suppose it's for the quota of English players, because Enzo Fernandez for 105 million is fucking nonsense.
I mean,
Uh,
I don't care. I think he's quality.
What, for 105 million?
sometimes you have to pay over the odds to get what you want.
Yeah,
But
but
I think the
that's
reason
2.5 times over the odds.
is expensive, yeah. But we needed a midfielder. But I don't want us to spend another 100 million on another midfielder. I think we need to spend wisely this time. The fact that we're spending or thinking of spending 80 million on a Brighton midfielder pisses me off. Like another Brighton player. Why are we Brighton's bitch now? Like Brighton are ahead of us. This is embarrassing. I don't get that. It makes no sense. How can a team lower than
So you don't want so I'm taking you don't want Caicedo.
I want him, but for 80 million, piss off. No. They want Colwell for 30 million. Nah, get lost. And they will complain about, we're damaging youth players, like careers or blah, blah, blah. But you're offering ridiculous amount for like 30 million. Are you serious? 30 million?
I'd be very sceptical about signing Caicedo.
We have to play hardball with them.
Yeah, so they can get lost. We got shagged with the Cucurella one. 60 million. That's ridiculous.
He was such a good player at Brighton, though.
Well, 60 million, that's just too much.
So yeah, we haven't spoken for a while for him. What are your thoughts on the Ugarte deal?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't really pay attention to it that much. I don't know how good of a player he is. I don't know. Like, I'll be real. I don't know. I think there are other DMs in the market we can go for. He's not the only one.
Like who?
Just find
Winksy.
one. Who?
Winksy.
Oh my goodness, no.
Get Fred in.
When are we gonna stop this?
When are you linked with the striker though? Like, are you losing Kai Havertz to Real Madrid though?
I was like, good. Nah, he's not going. He's not going.
Thank the Lord that he's not going.
What? You want to keep him?
Yep.
Oh my god, Lipin, you've lowered your standards now. Honestly.
But what if another De Bruyne happens? What if another Salah happens?
Oh my days! You're comparing Kai Havertz to De Bruyne.
Okay. I'm not saying
Did
he'll ever
did you just say you don't want another De Bruyne situation?
If he leaves us, what if he starts performing? I've been scarred way too many times.
You really think he would start in Madrid's team?
Maybe not.
Exactly. So how is it another De Bruyne?
I've just been scarred too many times. And we've been off players and then they do well and then...
Why so keen to get rid of Mount?
From Madrid?
Because Mount has such an insufferable fan base of his own. Kai Havertz doesn't.
Does he?
No, you know what? Mount is better than Kai Havertz. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah.
Are you
Kai
serious?
Kai Havertz is trash. Utter garbage. Mount, at least, in one of the seasons, he did well. The season after, he didn't do well, but he got the stats. Just this season, he's just been trash. But Kai Havertz has been trashed the whole time at Chelsea. Let's be real.
Was anyone good for Chelsea last year?
That's it still, Fahim. Madrid rarely ever signed bums. If Madrid want a player, does that not give
they
you
signed
more?
Hazard and he became a bum.
Royston Drenthe, Hazard.
100 million on Hazard and he
Woodgate.
left on a free.
Left?
And he scored 5 goals. I think he only scored 5 goals for Madrid. He only scored 5 goals for Madrid. Only made 80 appearances. The biggest flop I've ever seen, honestly. That is one of the biggest flops. Kai Havertz could get lost. I'm fed up with this guy. Like,
what about João Felix? Do you he's looked quite good when I've seen him play, but maybe a bit like a lot of
Ja-
flourishes, but not very effective.
Joao Felix, you know what? It's just the prices for these players is just ridiculous now. 80
How much
million,
is the
he's not-
price for him? 80.
80 million.
Okay, let me just ask you a question. What if Kai Havertz is so shit? Why does Real Madrid want him? Real Madrid don't do shit players.
You know why Real Madrid want him?
Perez doesn't sign bums.
Okay. Depend. Do you know why Real Madrid want him?
Go on.
No, you tell me.
I don't know. Florentino
Because
Perez.
he's this sort of player. Oh, a very versatile player. Plays strikers, plays right wing, plays midfield, plays left wing. He's just gonna sit on the bench and be useful, like when we're winning games. That's it. He's useless when it comes to starting games.
Oh, that's a good question from Box.
What are you gonna do with? Oh, they're all going anyway. So
But where are they going?
Lukaku. Luka Jovic. Oh, come on, but those are just two players.
no, there's definitely more. There's definitely more.
Can't believe Arsenal want this
And they
guy.
only want him for 50 million. Come on, like, do you really 50 million euros? Not even pounds.
Yeah, we can't sell them all.
Why not?
So speaking of selling, who do you think we will sign? Are we gonna get a midfielder or not?
Nip in. We had 33 players in our squad last season. That's 3 squads. You know how mad that is? Why can we not sell them?
You've
We
got
need
to
to
sort your
sell
goal.
them.
You've got to sort your goalkeeping situation.
We had
out
3
first.
goalkeepers.
We're decimating our squad.
What, you want another 33 players in the squad again next season?
No, I want us to be
It's not
clever.
fair.
I want us to be clever in the transfer market.
I'm
Yeah, but
being
you've
clever
got to
selling
sell.
those bums.
Yeah,
Sell them before they become free agents.
Like Chigwell,
Kovacic
Kukureya.
is a bum.
Okay, Kovacic is not a bum, but the names that have been listed: Pulisic, yes; Ziyech, yes; Aubameyang, yes; Hudson-Odoi, yes; and Lukaku, yes.
Yeah.
Who are you going to sell them to? Like to be honest, we'd probably take Ziyech for a low price.
Yeah, you can take him if you want, but I don't understand why you take him though, because you've got
Ten
players
Hag.
already. You've already got players on the wings.
Well,
Like,
we got Anthony's left-footed, and that's it. Like
no,
Ziyech
but you
just
got
played
Diallo
with
as
him.
well.
Well, Ahmad,
Yeah,
he can't last. He gets taken off after 65 minutes in the Championship. Like he's
I
not
think he's
ready
done
for
well
Premier League
last season.
football.
Did he not do well last season?
Oh yeah, he did really well. But to be honest, if we were offered 15 to 20 million and a sell-on fee for him, we'd take it. I think.
I think you know what, he deserves more of a chance than Jadon Sancho.
I mean, like Sancho's got very similar. Even with his little holiday, he's got very similar sort of statistics to Anthony this year. I think he's got one more goal and maybe the same
No,
amount of
but
assists.
I think in terms of who's been more impactful, it's been Anthony than Sancho. Sancho, for me, has massively flopped.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we could get, I'd say, what did we sign him for? 70. If we could get 50, I think we'd bite your hand off for that with Sancho.
I think Spurs.
Yeah,
Take.
because I mean, like,
We did that Mike Maynard rejected us.
How do you say his name?
I'll just
My
call
nan.
Mike. I'll just call him Mike.
That's what I thought.
I'll just call
My
him
nan.
Mike.
my nan, innit?
Because I've
Yeah,
heard people say
Yeah,
that.
he rejected us. And I don't blame him.
That's because you got 3 bloody goalkeepers nipping.
Actually, we
I-
got 4.
got
Young
4?
goalkeeper. What's his name? Soslonin, the American one. Oh my goodness. Oh. And Nipper, you're telling me, not sell anyone. Like, what the hell?
You've got to get rid of Kepa and Mendy. Like, that's your,
I'd get rid of Kepa first. Mendy, I mean, you know what? With Mendy, he's much better than Kepa.
Why doesn't he start then?
I don't know. I think it's more to do with the contract situation.
Wasn't Mendy a Lampard signing?
Yeah.
And so now he just plays Kepa.
Yeah. I think the Mendy
what's going to
situation
happen to Frank?
is definitely about his contract. The same with
Right.
Aubameyang. Definitely about his well, the owners don't want Aubameyang. They don't want Mount. They don't want Mendy. Like, there's certain players they don't want, and that's why they're not playing.
I'm surprised they don't want Mount because he's a youth player that like won a Champions League final. I don't know what he's done to piss him off so much.
I think we offered him like 200 over 200. I think 200k, and he's still rejected.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Well, who's your biggest earner at Chelsea?
It's Lukaku.
Oh God, what's he on?
It was Kante, but he's left. After that, I think it's Sterling. Yeah,
Like
so the
300?
trash players are actually earning a lot more than the good players.
I
Kai
think-
Havertz was also up there.
I thought that I saw that Mount was on 80k and Chukwuemeka was on like 120 or something.
Yep.
Fucking hell. Such a poor.
I mean, I would be
club
pissed
at
off
the
as well,
moment.
to be honest. I would be pissed off. I can get his feeling, to be honest. I can actually get his feeling, but it's not even about Mount. It's more about his fans. Actually, they are so weird with Mount. Honestly, they're so weird.
Like, so what is there? Like, Nippon's mentioned this as well. What is the sort of the Mount fans like?
Oh, they just, I don't even know. It's like they love him more than their, let's say, partners or wives. Like, Johnny Minerals. This guy is just a big Mount lover boy or something. I don't understand the fetish with this person. I don't get it. I get that he's, yes, from the academy, all that stuff. It's a nice story, but the fact that they just think that he's this next Lampard or something, it's just, they need to stop that. They need to stop overhyping these players, because when it comes to overhyping these players and they don't perform, they end up looking really, really bad, and the fan base just hate on the player even more. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's the same with Saka. Like, Arsenal fans rate him so highly, like he's better than Salah, or he's like Salah, blah blah blah. But when he doesn't perform, they abuse him, and that's what happens. That's literally what happens. You've got two sides of the spectrum: ones that hate Mount and ones that love Mount, and they just they just constantly argue with each other. And then you've got the people in the middle who just think, Mount is a good player, but I wouldn't really rate him that highly. I don't think he's that trash. So,
Right, so it's just modern football, isn't it? So
it pretty much is.
We had this.
But
with
I think it's
Pogba.
extreme level.
Like, are they going to be coming to United then? These like Mounteasters.
Good question. I don't know. I'm very intrigued to how some of the fans will react, because if they do, that's funny.
When we signed Ronaldo back, we got some of the weirdest people ever coming in on Twitter. Like, it was absolutely crazy.
Viva Ronaldo.
That's, yeah.
Melina says, hope we go for Caicedo. Well, hope you don't get him.
As long as they don't get Rice, I don't care.
Thoughts on
They may
Rory
not
Jennings?
get Rice. And you know what? I hope he absolutely fails if he goes to Arsenal.
Who?
Declan Rice. I hope he fails miserably if he goes to Arsenal.
He's not going to fail. I don't think he's going to fail.
It's not. He's an
No, but come
exceptional
on, you
player.
wouldn't look. He's joining a rival. You wouldn't want them any to have to.
Well, I don't want him to do well, but I honestly don't think he's going to fail though.
Look, that's what I think as well. I don't think he's going to fail, but I want him to. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say?
Oh yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Thoughts
how
on
do you
Rory
boys
Jennings?
feel about Rory Jennings? It seems to be extremely unpopular with Chelsea fans.
I absolutely despise this person. Honestly, I can't be bothered with this guy.
Why?
Like this guy once said, I kicked out I kicked out what's it called? What's that name? Basically, he kicked out someone that he's the landlord of a property. He kicked out someone because he was a Spurs fan. He just said, I can't deal with it. I have to kick him out. Do you know how ridiculous that is? That is just ridiculous. You're just kicking him out because he's a Spurs fan. Because one day he said, "Oh, it's very close to the Spurs stadium, and it's very, very, very convenient for me." And then Rory was like, "Nah, piss off. I'm not giving you this flat now." You see, this guy is a weird person. Honestly, he's a very weird person. He's really, I mean, he's passionate, but at the same time, like, I don't know, some different person as well. And not only that, he even said that Erling Haaland would flop at Man City.
Look, I only have one word for him: salty.
No, I don't think he's salty. I think it's delusion. He's very delusional.
I think he seems alright. I don't see a lot of him, to be honest, but it seems perfectly fine.
His Chelsea opinions are one of the worst Chelsea opinions I've ever heard.
Like what?
It's one of the worst. That he kept saying, "Oh, we need to get Tuchel out. Oh, let's bring in Potter." And then, no, Potter out. And then, Lampard in. Let's go for Lampard. And then, Lampard out. And then, Pochettino. Should we go for Pochettino? It's ex-Spurs manager. And we go for Poch. And this guy's a flip-flop. He's an absolute flip-flop. Oh, Roman out. And then, yeah, look what happened. No,
We'll be
we don't want a
fine.
new stadium. We don't want a new stadium. We're gonna stay at our own 40,000 stadium. Piss off! Oh my goodness, this guy, he's a proper flip flop. I don't know why he's like this. I think he does it for views as well. When it comes to other clubs, his opinions are not that bad. But when it comes to Chelsea, it's one of the worst. I've noticed that difference. Like, okay, maybe the Man City with the Erling Haaland opinion, that was a stupid one, but there are a few good opinions from when he does talk about other clubs. When it comes to Chelsea, it's pure delusion.
So basically, a bit like Jamie Carragher. Talk sense about other clubs, but complete delusion when it comes to Liverpool.
Almost, yeah. But Jamie Carragher, yeah, pretty much like that. Yeah, I would say so. Probably a nice person, but his opinions are just... I don't agree with his opinions at all.
Listen, I'm getting pretty tired now, and
Yeah,
I've got a banging headache.
it was a bit of a. I was expecting like at least 3 more panelists, so that the season finale would be good.
Well, I'm fucking sorry to disappoint you.
No.
Like, your two
it
main
was
men have stepped in here.
You could
Like,
be by yourself.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. It was entertaining though.
Like, I've come in here
It's a
and
bit
I'm
like-
ill because all these star guests didn't turn up. It's me and Fahim. Relegate
Sorry,
yourself back
sorry.
to the MLS.
Yeah,
Like-
Nippon, relegate yourself.
Yeah, relegate yourself right
Okay.
There
Here
we
you
go.
go.
That's what I like. Make us
Yeah.
the host now. Get the host name out of your name.
Right. Relegate myself.
Oh, okay. Okay, that was a bit too much, but we need you back, Nippon. I'm like you're this is your channel.
Look. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry I offended all of you.
It's
I'm
alright,
sorry.
Nippon.
We're just joking, Nippon.
Yeah.
AF, big up AF Ghana. New to the channel.
Wait, Nippon, how come you have like this Eredivisie, then you have the MLS? I mean, you never talk about those leagues, but you have them.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking for as many logos as possible.
What about Premier League logos? Or
I think he's got them,
Yeah.
but it's hidden behind our pictures.
no, but
Yeah,
like the
the-
Premier League clubs that have logos.
I'm gonna try and do something. I'm gonna try and edit the layout.
All right, Nippon, are we wrapping things up?
Yeah, we've gone through everything. How the season has been. Champions League final, Conference League final. So, Fahim, quick thoughts on the Champions League and the Conference League final before we
The
wrap.
Champions League was one of the worst Champions League finals I've ever watched. Conference League was actually kind of entertaining.
And yeah, this is the final episode of the
That's my analysis. Yeah.
last time. Sorry, Vaughan, what are your thoughts on the Champions League final and the Conference League final?
Conference League final was great. It was deserved for West Ham. It was organic. It was authentic. I like the song about Mark Bowen, about Jared Bowen shagging Danny Dyer. The City one is just a load of bollocks, and no one cares.
1 plus Pep wins you the Champions League.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it only took them 20 years to do it.
And Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, Pep
Yeah.
Guardiola.
And the owner only turned up like only 2 games for Man City. That's mad. During his whole time, like as Man City owner, he's only turned up for 2 games. That's
I think like Kroenke's turned up for more matches at Arsenal than that.
yeah. That's ridiculous.
Glazers have turned up, have more Man United matches as well.
Glazers go to like the women's game and everything. Like they've been to like the women's FA Cup final, I think, recently. They chartered a plane to on the club's camps to go there.
Yeah, go on. You were saying something.
Yeah, but Jared Bowen's on fire and he's shagging Danny Dyer. That was the best part about the finals.
Oh man.
Right. Before we wrap up, Vaughan, where can people find you?
No, they can't, and I don't want them. I don't want them to.
Also, Fahim, where can people
Yeah,
find you?
Same.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Nippon,
one.
I've stopped doing YouTube because it's boring and I'm not active on Twitter anymore. And I've been deactivated on Insta by posting football compilations. They took down my account, so I'm no longer on Insta. On Twitter, I just can't be bothered, and on YouTube, it's actually very boring. So they can never find me now. Facebook, no, they can never find me. So
Big up, big up.
Sorry,
You can
Nippy.
find and you can find me on all these social media below. You can also find me as an uh, as an occasional panelist on Worldwide Shelves. Subscribe to Sadiq's channels if you haven't already, Sid TV, and his main channel Worldwide Shelves. You can also find me as an occasional caller on Football Carnage, ran by the Big Six's very own Grizz Khan. And yeah, that is it for the
What's
football.
Sharma Talks lifestyle? The British
Nah,
lifestyle blogger.
yeah, that's everything outside of football.
So
And
what is it though?
oh, anything but football, like food, traveling. So basically, a nano Casey Neistat.
A what?
Casey Neistat, a lifestyle blogger.
Right. Okay. Are you
So
gonna
yeah,
get them Apple? Are you gonna get them Apple headphones or like the goggles?
maybe.
I
So
think they
yeah,
look very good on you.
with that being said, we are done for the season in terms of the Football for Thought podcast. But we will be doing transfer shows throughout the transfer window. The first of which will be on Friday, the 16th of June at the same time. If you two are free, you're more than welcome to hop on. And with that being said, I shall see you all in the next video. Laters.